Good afternoon, or good morning for those of you way out west. My name is Roberta Humans. I am the Lead Grants Management Specialist in HUD's Office of Native American Programs. I am the person that many of you have talked to already or will probably be talking to soon about the Indian Community Development Block Grant Program. I would like to let you know that this is scheduled to be a 3-hour presentation. I don't know if we will go that long, but I can tell you that we will be having a 10-minute break about halfway through. If we can cover all the material before 3 hours or in less than 3 hours, I will do that. However, we do have that time. We will not be taking questions today. You can always feel free to call me or send me an email with your questions later, or you can attend the area ONAP training that will be held in February, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. So without further ado, today what we're going to talk about is the Indian Community Development Block Grant Program, no surprise, what it can be used for, what the purpose of the program is. We'll talk about who can apply, what you can use it for, what some of the requirements are so you're not surprised if you get the grant and then you have to do these things. We'll talk a little bit about how to submit your application electronically. This is not a webcast on that per se. There are others on that and a lot of information on other websites about that, but we'll touch upon those critical steps. We'll talk about how we in ONAP screen your applications and how we rate them, and then we'll talk about the estimated review process and the timing this year, even though, like many years, it's an interesting year. The NOFA was posted on January 15th. Applications are due on March 18th. We will also talk today a little bit about the general section, which is the overview of NOFAs for all of HUD's NOFAs, and it has all the requirements and all the rules that apply to all HUD programs, no matter which they are. So we do have to comply with those. That's the general section. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit later. So where does ICDBG come from? ICDBG is a set-aside of the regular CDBG program that has been around since 1974. The site is on the slide there, and we do have regulations that govern the program. They have not been amended for a long time. They might be amended someday soon, we hope, but they are at 24 CFR, and that's the Code of Federal Regulations, Part 1003. And I'll mention those regulations sometimes during the broadcast. I think it's critical that people look at those. If you have any questions about something that's not eligible or could be eligible and it's not clear from the NOFA, you can find those regulations on the ONAP webpage under the ICDBG program, and you can find it in a lot of other places as well. So, what can you use the program for? Well, it's pretty explanatory, self-explanatory there on the slide. To develop viable Indian and Alaska Native communities by creating decent housing, suitable living environments, and economic opportunities, primarily for low and moderate income persons. It's a general overall statement. You can use the program for a lot of things. We'll talk about that. And in this program, unlike some other programs, low and moderate income means a family, household, or individual whose income does not exceed 80% of the median income for the area as determined by HUD. And then they adjust it for small and larger families. Excuse me. This means the income for the area, the local area, your reservation area per se, not the nation, as many of you know, you can use the national income for the Indian Housing Block Grant Program. But this program, you must use the local or the area median income. So that's a key distinction. The objectives of the program are spelled out in that section of the regulation right there. And consistent with this objective, not less than 70% of the funds that you spend on this program have to benefit low and moderate income people. And the way we measure that is measured based on the kind of project that you are going to propose. And there's 4 options for that. There's an area benefit measurement, there's a limited clientele benefit, and that's based on certain clients that you're going to serve. There are different criteria for housing projects, and then if you do economic development projects, there's different ones for that, and we'll talk about these when we get to the specifics of those. There are two types of grants. There are single-purpose grants, and that's what we'll focus most on today. These are the grants that you all will be competing for in response to this NOFA. It's a competitive program, as many of you know, who have applied and not received the funds. Then there are imminent threat grants, and these are for emergencies, and I know some of you have applied for those as well. We'll talk about them a little bit later. Most of the funds for the program are for the single-purpose competitive program. But first, let's talk about imminent threat applications and the allocation, where you all will be competing for your single-purpose grants based on your area ONAP region. There is no area office allocation for the imminent threat grant funds. We hold them here in headquarters, and we grant the funds based on recommendations from your area office as the needs arise. So the funds are used to address imminent threats, as I've said. There are regulatory criteria, and there are criteria in the NOFA. So if you think you have a project that would meet these criteria, talk to your area office first. You do submit them at any time after the NOFA is published. You don't have to meet the deadline of March 18th. In other words, if you have a crisis in April and we still have funds left, by all means, you can send the application in. And we award the funds that we receive until they run out. For the first time this year, in 2013, we have a new requirement in the NOFA that applicants spend their imminent threat grant funds if they receive them within 24 months. And the reason we added that is because what we found, not in all cases, but in some cases, applicants received funds to address emergencies, and then the funds were never spent for years and years and years, and that would lead one to believe that they weren't an emergency in the first place. So we want to make sure that if you request those funds, you're going to be able to show that you're going to be able to spend them quickly, as should for emergencies. The NOFA has a lot of definitions. I'm not going to go through all of them. You all can read them, but I'm going to talk about a few key ones because these come up over and over again when we're looking at the applications. When the NOFA says adopt, you want to make sure that your tribal resolution indicates that the tribe has adopted whatever the NOFA says you need to adopt, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. If the NOFA says document this or document that, what we really need you to do is submit written documentation to show that you've done that, and you should clearly and concisely do this. Don't just refer to it. You have to say that you've done it and say that you've met these criteria. When in doubt, don't write 3 pages on it, but explain how you've met that particular criteria. Then we talk about a firm commitment. This really comes into play when we talk about leverage funds later on in this presentation. A firm commitment is a letter from one of your partners saying that they agree and that they're able to do what they say in the application. In other words, on their letterhead, they say they will provide these funds. On their letterhead, they say they will refer clients to this service building, etc. So you need to have that spelled out. Again, on letterhead, where it says they will commit the resources. We talked a little bit about this earlier. Low and moderate income beneficiary, it means 80% of the median income for the area. Again, it's different from IHBG. We'll talk about this a little bit later also. There's another definition in the NOFA about a new applicant, and the reason I highlight this one is because the amount of points you receive in Factor 1 vary based on the fact whether you're new or whether you're an existing grantee. So what a new applicant means is you've never received an IHBG grant, or your grants have been closed or closed subject to audit for more than 12 months prior to the application date. So that would mean they were closed or closed subject to audit prior to March 18th, 2012. And the definition applies to the entity submitting the application. So in other words, if the TDHE in this case or a tribal organization is submitting it, it applies to that entity. If the tribe's submitting it, it applies to the tribe. O&M plan. O&M sounds like it could be some kind of I don't know what it sounds like, but it doesn't sound like sometimes to me what it is. It is an operations and maintenance plan. We ask that you provide one of those if you get a grant for a public facility. project that you are going to guarantee that you will have a plan to maintain that project over time. We don't want to use federal dollars to build something that will then sit there and never be maintained. So we do require you to submit a written statement, not the whole plan itself. We used to ask for the plans, but we don't anymore, but that you have a written statement that you have adopted it if you're a tribe, or if you're a tribal entity, that you have a written statement that you have adopted it. And it's got to address maintenance, reserves, repairs, insurance, and security. There's slight variation based on the type of project, but essentially that's what you need, and that'll be considered in Factor 3. We'll look for that. In recent years, HUD, in all of its programs, has been asking for outputs. In other words, what is going to result from this activity? What will happen if you get this grant? What will you do with it? And also what the outcomes will be. What are the long-term impacts of these federal dollars? So, for example, an output would be the number of jobs created or retained if you get an economic development project or grant. The number of square feet is a tangible thing. That would be an output of a public facility. And common outcomes, not outputs, but outcomes could include, you increase the percent of housing units in substandard condition, your home ownership rates increased, employment rates increased. We'll discuss these a little bit more a little bit later. Statement. Okay, this again, I touched on this a little bit earlier, but if the NOFA asks for a statement, we will look for a written statement that says you, the tribe, the applicant, complies or intends to comply with the specific requirement. So every time the NOFA asks for it, excuse me, you should state it at the appropriate place in your narrative. So now everybody wants to know, I know, what the amount of money for the program is this year. Well, surprise, surprise, we don't know. Many of you know Congress has not passed a budget for HUD appropriations for the year that started in October. So what we've done, as we did in 2012, is we have put the NOFA out on the street, so to speak, informing folks what we will be looking for, but we don't know exactly how much money we will have. We don't know how much money we'll have in single-purpose grants. We don't know how much we'll have in imminent threat grants. We usually get about $4 million. Congress usually gives us that, but we don't know, again, what that will be. In 2012, some of you know the total amount for ICDBG was $60 million, and the amount for imminent threat was what you see on the slide. We hope, but we have no way of knowing, that it will be the same this year. But we do know that if we get this amount of imminent threat grants, and even if we don't, the cap on imminent threat grants will remain at $450,000 per grant. And if your area is in a presidentially declared disaster area, you can receive up to $900,000 of imminent threat funds if you're in a disaster area. That doesn't mean we will have that by the time you apply, but that is what you would be eligible for. Okay, as mentioned earlier, we don't know what the money is going to be, but once we do know what the money will be, we will calculate based on the formula that's in the regulations. If those of you want to check, it's in Section 101 of our regulation, Section 1003.101. What we do is we base it on census data for the eligible Indian population. We look at poverty, overcrowded housing, and yes, we are still using the 2000 census, which for a variety of reasons, which would take the whole webcast to go into. We do not have 2010 data yet, but we do have some supplemental information from the Indian Health Service, so it's not as old as it might otherwise appear. Each area ONAP will get $1 million to start as a base amount when we divide up the funds. And then, as I mentioned, the rest will be divided up by population and poverty and overcrowding. Once we know what the budget will be for fiscal year 2013, we will publish and post on Grants.gov and also on HUD's webpage a technical correction to the NOFA, which will explain all of these dollar amounts. It will also, if possible, extend the deadline. We don't think that will happen, and I prefer we not do that for a variety of reasons, but we will let you know if that's going to happen. But we will never ask you to submit the applications before the deadline that is in the NOFA now. The NOFA also contains grant ceilings, and these are the caps for your total application. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but I wanted to say there's no cap on the number of projects that you can apply for. You can apply for, some of the larger tribes apply for 6 projects at a time, and they're rated, they're each rated, but your ceiling, your monetary ceiling can apply to, in other words, that's not very clear. In other words, if your ceiling is $800,000, you can come in for 2 applications at 4. In other words, 800 is the total for the application, not on the amount for projects. And the NOFA does clarify that if tribal organizations want to apply to build, let's say, a health center that some of the smaller tribes are all going to use, you can combine your ceiling amounts. There's some restrictions on that, but I wanted to let you know that. And that is what happens sometimes with, say, health facilities and things like that. If you submit an application for over the ceiling that is in the NOFA, we will not rate your application. We will just toss it out. We'll screen for that and we'll toss it out. So don't ask us for a penny more than your ceiling, because that would be sad to be thrown out for that. Okay, what are the ceilings here? They are. Eastern Woodlands, 600,000 is the cap. Again, you could submit 3 projects for 200 each, but altogether they can't be more than 600, and you'll see on the slide what they are. These amounts were the same that they were in 2012. We did not adjust them. We touched base with the area offices and felt that that was fine to leave them the way they were. You'll see on this slide that in Northern Plains, based out of Denver, and the Southwest, based out of Phoenix, we have different caps based on the size of the tribe. If you have any question whether HUD recognizes your population, what you think it is versus what we think it is, you should talk to your area ONAP office sooner rather than later, so that everybody's on the same page. And these ceilings, just so you know, will not change once we know the dollar amounts. What will happen is if we get 2/3 as much money, we'll do 2/3 as many grants. We will just have fewer grants. But we didn't want you to go to all the trouble of writing your grants and then get half as much as you thought you were going to get. So that's how we did it. There are also housing rehab cost limits. They're spelled out there. That means obviously in Alaska, it costs more to rehab a house, more than $75,000 to rehab a house, but that's the amount of ICDBG money that you can use to rehab that house. So when you prepare your budget, you would have to factor all that in. Again, these were the same in 2012. They will not change even if we get less money. If you get a grant, whoever signs on the dotted line and applies for the grant states that usually the tribal chairman, each area, each office is different, I know. You will comply with all the ICDBG regulations, another reason to read them so you're not surprised by them, all of the guidelines that we issue and any requirements that are related like other NOFA requirements. By accepting this, the CEO or Chief Executive Officer also agrees to be the responsible federal official for the environmental review of the project. We won't really touch on environmental review. I know that some of the area offices touch on that a little bit more in their trainings, but just know that you'll have to comply with environmental rules before your project can, before you can put the shovel in the ground, so to speak. What's the period of performance? Well, you will have to spell this out, how long you think it will take to do your project, in one of the forms that you submit. But we're also looking at this a little bit more now, too. This is a requirement under Rating Factor 1. If you are awarded funds pursuant to this NOFA, you cannot take any longer than, well, let's see, your implementation schedule cannot exceed September 30th, 2020. I know that seems like a long time away, but you don't always get the grant the minute you send it in, et cetera. And we do want to make sure that the funds are spent the way that they're proposed to be spent. And what we put in the 2013 NOFA, I wanted to highlight, is language that states if the grantee, if you get a grant, and you do not make substantial progress towards meeting the implementation schedule, we could possibly recapture the funds prior to that date. We've always had that authority, but we wanted to make that clear because, again, what we're finding is some grants have been sitting there and sitting there and sitting there and sitting there, and it's really not fair to the other applicants and other grantees if that funding can't be used some other way and affects the program down the road. So I wanted to highlight that. Doesn't mean we will always do it, but I wanted to let you all know that. Okay, who are the eligible applicants? Spelled out on the slide. Indian tribes, bands, groups, nations, and in Alaska there's some special rules. You in Alaska know this. Tribal organizations, excuse me, I have a little sore throat today. Tribal organizations submitting on behalf of tribes can also apply. Let me say at the outset, TDHEs are not automatically tribal organizations. There are some other criteria that need to be met. Some TDHEs do apply on behalf of the tribes, but they are not automatically tribal organizations. You have to, there are criteria spelled out in the NOFA and in the regulations about how you can comply with that. You have to be eligible under Title I of the Indian Self-Determination and Education Assistance Act, and BIA or IHS can say that you're so, or the tribe can say, sanctions your organization. It's a little bit more flexible than it used to be, and if you've submitted a letter saying these things, that you are eligible as a tribal organization before, and it's still the same information, you do not have to submit it again with your application. The ONAP office will have it on file. In Alaska, hello, Alaska, a tribal organization that submits an application for activities in the jurisdiction of one or more eligible tribes must include a concurring resolution from each tribe or village authorizing submission of the application. Actually, that's a little bit of a misnomer. Any organization that's submitting on behalf of the tribe must submit a resolution from the tribe stating that the tribe is authorizing you to submit, because the program started out as being a tribal program. So we have that in the checklist. You'll see that. Periodically, the Bureau of Indian Affairs publishes a list of Indian entities recognized and eligible to receive services from the BIA. We have referenced that most recent one in the NOFA. That was August 10th, 2012. One really nice thing I think about the ICDBG program is that there is no match required. Unlike some programs like the Ross program, you do not have to match. There's no match. That's great, isn't it? ICDBG can also be used as a match for other programs, but of course you can't use ICDBG for something that isn't ICDBG eligible, so there has to be some match there. We will talk a little bit about match and cost sharing and things like that. That comes into play in Factor 4 on leveraging. Before we even get to the rating of your application, there are always thresholds. You have to meet your thresholds before we even get to the 5 rating factors. There are many, many, many HUD thresholds spelled out in the general section. We'll touch on them here, but I urge you to look at those. Then there are program-related thresholds that apply to any particular kind of project in ICDBG. And then last but not least, there are project-specific thresholds spelled out in the NOFA, the ICDBG NOFA, that apply to whichever project you're applying for. As I mentioned earlier, applicants do have to comply with HUD thresholds. The general section, I think I mentioned, but let me reaffirm, was published or posted on Grants.gov on August 8th, 2012. They too had a technical correction to that general section. That was posted on November 8th. They are also on Grants.gov, and they are also on HUD's Grants website. So I urge you to look at those, because you don't want to be surprised by something that you needed to have met, either in application or down the road. Again, before we even get to rating and ranking you, we will not accept an application from an ineligible applicant. We have in the past received applicants from individuals. No individuals can apply. A lot of people call about that. Only tribes or tribal organizations can apply. That's what it says. You have to have a DUNS number. I think this is pretty well understood by now, and everybody has one. Those of you that don't, it's very easy to get one. There is a website for doing that. There's a DUNS website, and the DUNS number that you use must reflect the organization that's going to receive the funding from HUD. You also, this is sometimes a stumbling block for folks when they apply, you need to have an active registration in the Central Contractor Registry, which is now called SAM. Okay, what does SAM stand for? The System for Award Management. If you already have an active registration in CCR, you don't have to do anything. But if you don't have one, or yours is about to expire, you need to update or renew it in SAM. We won't make any awards to you unless you do have an active registration. And the DUNS number has to match your tax identification number, and the name and address has to match. The registrations in these systems are good for a year. So if you're thinking at all of applying, please check that you are registered now. I don't know that I have here the SAM website, but I think if you just go to www.sam.gov, you'll get there. If you can't find it, contact me. Some of the thresholds. We'll go through these briefly. They're all spelled out. You cannot have any fair housing or civil rights violations. Since I've been here since mid-2007, I have not seen one of these. So you should look at that, because some fair housing laws do apply to tribes, but I don't think too many of you have civil rights violations. I can't say ever, but if you do, you have to have it resolved before you apply. If anybody in your leadership has been debarred or suspended, or the folks that are applying, putting their name on the line, you cannot get any funds. No federal funds will be given to debarred or suspended contractors or applicants. If you have any delinquent federal debts, or you don't have a plan for paying back your debts, you will also not get any funds. So make sure, if any of these things apply, you get them spelled out. Excuse me. Then there's the name check review. Again, we want to make sure that people are who they say they are, and believe it or not, sometimes this does happen, that we'll get applications from people that aren't really who they say they are. If there's any adverse findings, we will deny funding, we will terminate an award, this is not good, so don't make sure that that's okay. If there's any false statements made, that is also grounds for denial or termination of an award, or there are other penalties. And then there's this new thing in the NOFA this year called Do Not Pay. I don't know that it's up and running yet, but this is new in the general section. HUD will check this website. There's a donotpay.gov website. And if, again, it's based on how much money you owe to the federal government. If you owe any, that would not be good. So you might want to check that. Next, we have, again, civil rights laws. There are some laws that tribes must comply with: Americans with Disabilities Act, the Age Discrimination Act, Title IX of the Education Act. I go through them somewhat quickly because they're in the general section. Make sure that you know what they are, because you'll have to comply with them. Then there's, in the second bullet on the slide, a provision called Economic Opportunities for Low and Very Low Income. This is a provision that came into effect in 1968, and it basically, the thought was, we want to make sure that people that are receiving housing assistance have opportunities to get jobs when there are jobs associated with those housing, construction, rehab, maintenance. It's Section 3. There will be a Section 3 form that people will have to fill out. It says, to the extent feasible, employment, training, and other opportunities will be directed to low and very low income persons. There is an annual report required. There is a form required. If you get a grant, you will be expected to complete this. you'll learn about that if you go to the implementation training that your area office has if you get the grant. But know that these provisions apply, but not in derogation of the preferences that benefit Indians that are already in the Indian Self-Determination and Education Act. I know that sounds a little complicated. It is a little complicated, but that's that. Then there's also another provision about ensuring participation of small, disadvantaged, and women-owned business. This is the Minority Business MBE report that people also need to fill out. More details on that later. The few other additional things on this page I won't go into, but I do want to touch base particularly on the last one, in that if you are tearing down any housing with federal assistance, you have to comply with the Uniform Relocation Act. It's a very complicated act, but I think it's a fair act. But just know that ICDBG does have to comply with that. So before you demolish anything, take a look at that, and if you have any questions, you can talk to your area office about that. Another thing that you will have to have either already or on with your application is what's called a code of conduct. We want to make sure that people that are receiving the federal funds are administering their programs fairly and without conflicts of interest. There is a code of conduct website on which I don't know that I have on the slide, but we can get for you. I think if you just go to the HUD website and just go to code of conduct, you'll get to it. If your code of conduct is up on that website, whether it's the TDHEs or the tribes, if you're already up there, you do not have to submit it with your application. However, if it's not on that website and or things have changed, you do have to submit it with your application as an attachment or fax it. If you are submitting a paper application, we'll talk about that a little bit later, you have to submit that there's the contact name here to submit it to. I think if you get it to your area office, we will get it to the person in the DC office. There's a prohibition against lobbying, which only applies to state-recognized tribes and TDHEs, but if you're a federally recognized tribe, you do not have to comply with this, so you don't have to submit that form, but it's there. And then if you get the money and HUD wants to do some evaluation of your program down the road, you have to agree to participate. The general section also has salary limitations on consultants. I don't actually know what it is, but I can tell you that it's pretty high. It's a general section 15, step 10, base pay rate, plus locality pay. So if you're concerned about how much money you want to pay consultants, you should go to the Office of Personnel Management website and look for federal salaries, and you can see what those would be. You cannot pay your consultants any more than that. This doesn't apply to your own staff, but people you hire as outside consultants. If you get the funds, you'll have to comply with a lot of things. You'll have to comply with OMB circulars. These are documents that talk about what's allowed, what's not allowed, and with financial regulations. And for HUD, those regulations are Part 85. They are also referenced in the NOFA, and they are referenced in our ICDBG regs. So I mention those because you don't have to say that in your application, but you should know that you're going to have to do that. We mentioned the environmental requirements. There will be a Part 58 review required unless HUD does it, and then it's Part 50, but for ICDBG, in the most cases, it's 58. There's a drug-free workplace requirement, and then there's also a conflict of interest where basically HUD staff must avoid conflicts of interest and appearances of conflicts. I'm going to have to go through these a little bit fast because we'll running out of time. There's also provisions about safeguarding resident files. Then the last two bullets on the slide are new provisions that have been in the NOFAs for the last few years about reporting on subawards and compensation. Again, I'm not going to go into these in very much detail, but know that they're there. Look at them because you will be required to report on these possibly soon or sooner. Okay, enough with the general section. Let's get back now to our little program, ICDBG. As I mentioned, or I think I mentioned, one of the program-related thresholds is you cannot have any ICDBG obligations outstanding. So if you owe any money to HUD, for something that you said you were going to do and didn't do, or any number of reasons, you cannot apply unless you have something worked out or if you paid it back. So know that. That will disqualify you right away. And again, we talked a little bit about this. If you have any violations of fair housing, that will be a violation and you will not get funding, but I don't think most tribes have to worry about that. Okay, then there are project-based thresholds. There are project-based thresholds for housing, new construction, and economic development. We're going to discuss each of these in turn. If you're going to do a housing rehab project, you have to have adopted rehab standards and policies before you submit your application, and it has to be in compliance with tribal law and practice. If you're proposing to rehabilitate HUD-assisted homes, which is permitted with ICDBG funds, you have to include a written statement, remember, written statement, that funds will be used to rehabilitate homes only when the home buyer's payments are current, or the home buyer is current on a repayment agreement. And these are houses that are owned by the TADHE, needless to say. Exceptions can be granted in some cases, but only the area ONAP administrator can make those exceptions. So if this is an issue, talk to them now. All units that are rehabilitated with IHBG assistance have to be occupied by low and moderate income households. Remember, that is 80% of the area median. Sometimes we say that, and I know I've been in housing a long time, and you say 80%, oh my goodness, that's so low. The federal poverty rate is 35 to 40% of the median income. 80% is not so low. Again, it depends on where you live, but I just wanted to point that out. If the structure contains 2 units, the structure you rehabilitated contains 2 units, it must be occupied by one must be occupied by a low and moderate income family. If it contains 2 or more, at least 51% have to be. So make sure that you can meet these criteria, because if you don't, we will not even rate the application. So make sure you've met those criteria if housing rehab is what you want to do. New construction is a little bit more complicated. ICDBG funds can be used for new construction, but when the program was first authorized by Congress, there were a lot of other new construction programs around, and they did not want this program to be used for that, the CDBG program. In Indian country, it's a little bit different. There are criteria that you must meet, and some tribes do use it for new construction. But make sure that if you want to do it for new construction, you can meet not just part or some of the criteria, but all of the criteria. You will have to show that the entity that is going to develop the housing for the tribe is what's called, this is in the CDBG regulation also, a community-based development organization, or CBDO. And we'll talk a little bit about what that means later. But before you submit the application, you also have to have new construction housing standards, and you have to have that adopted by tribal resolution. It can be tribal standards, national standards. If it's tribal, you have to comply at least with HUD's minimum property standards, which I will give you the citation for that. It is 24 CFR 200.925B. 24 CFR 200.925B. Those are the minimum property standards. You don't have to submit the copy of the code or the resolution. You just have to state that you have a resolution. Let me make that clear again. Not only do you not have to submit the code itself, you do not have to submit a copy of the resolution for this particular aspect of the application, but you must state in your application that this resolution has been adopted. Wouldn't hurt to give a date. We're going to discuss the new construction a little bit later. Well, now, let me see. Yes, for new construction, you have to meet a lot of other things. These are all spelled out in the NOFA and in the regs. You must document that there is no other housing available in the immediate reservation area that is suitable for the types of households you want to build the housing for. You also have to document, not I'd say give us some documentation for that there are no sources of funding, including IHBG, your NAHASDA grant, that can meet the needs of households to be assisted. You have to show that rehabilitation of the units occupied by the households now is not feasible, not economically feasible, and you have to demonstrate that the households to be assisted are in overcrowded conditions, or that the household has no address. And all units that you build, new constructed units that you build with ICDBG, like the housing rehab units, have to be occupied by low and moderate income households. Economic development also has a threshold. For a number of reasons that I can't quite say, I have some ideas. We do not and have not historically received that many applications for economic development projects. But if you are interested in doing this, you do have to meet an economic development threshold. You have to submit a financial analysis that shows that the project is financially feasible, that if we help set up a business, it's going to have a good chance of success, a reasonable chance of success, as the slide says. And you also are going to have to show the public benefit of this. If we give you a lot of money, you have to show greater public benefit than if we give you less money. The NOFA specifies what the analysis should include. Information, for example, about the market share, sales levels, growth potential, if you're going to do a business. And as I mentioned, you must show the public benefit. You also have to show that the grant from us, ICDBG, will not reduce non-federal funds used for the same prior to disbursement of the federal funds. Oh, no, sorry. You have to show that reasonable financial support will be awarded to the project from non-federal resources prior to the disbursement of funds. In other words, we want to make sure there's other funds in these projects so that they'll go forth. The grant won't reduce non-federal support for the project, and that the owner of the business will not receive more than a reasonable rate of return, and grant funds have to be dispersed on a pro rata basis with other funds. Thankfully, or maybe that's not the right word, there are no project thresholds for projects that are homeownership assistance projects. If you're acquiring land to support new housing, there are other criteria for that. Micro-enterprises, and if you're going to build water, sewer line, public facilities. Again, there's other criteria for those, but no thresholds. There is a limit on how much ICDBG can be used for public services. There is a 15% limit of the grant request. This activity must be a new service or an increase in existing service. You cannot use ICDBG funds to fund something that you have been doing for the past several years. If you don't receive full funding, we will reduce, let's say you ask for 500, we give you 400, we will reduce the amount you've requested for public services proportionately. For public service projects, you can include operation and maintenance, furnishings and personal equipment, but you can't do construction equipment. But you cannot request funds for a standalone project. In other words, if you want to just provide housing home ownership counseling, you cannot. Actually, I take that back. No, that's right, you can. And drug abuse education. If you have any questions, there are some examples in the NOFA, in the regulations. But as the last bullet says, let's say you're doing a housing rehab project with most of your funds, but you want to do a education piece with 15% of your grant. You can do that. It doesn't have to be related to the project, the other project. All of the eligible activities are spelled out in a lot of detail, some in the NOFA and also in the regulations, and then we spell them out a little bit more in the rating factors of the NOFA. So I would check those. Here are the most common activities. I don't have the chart with me, but we analyze this every year. A great proportion of the grants are used for housing rehab. A lot are used for public facilities and improvements, community buildings. As I mentioned, not too many for economic development, not too many for microenterprise. Homeownership assistance sometimes, land acquisition sometimes, new construction sometimes. That doesn't mean, and all of these things are eligible, so if that's what you want to do, go to your area ONAP training if you can, or touch base with them or me and go for it. Here's some other kind of things you can do. And again, the regulation and the NOFA spells some of these out. You can acquire property, but it has to be in conjunction with the project. So in other words, you could buy land and build a house on it. Not a house. You can buy land and build a facility on it. You can buy land and do some public facility work. But you can only buy land alone, just land, for housing construction down the road. We've now amended the NOFA. It came up last year a few times. We are going to permit in this year's NOFA acquisition of housing units that don't need rehabilitation. In other words, if you want to acquire a couple of housing properties in the neighboring town, nearby, not too far away, within your service area, and the housing unit is perfectly fine, you can acquire it. I say it has to be perfectly fine because one of the other criteria we added in the NOFA that it does have to meet housing rehabilitation, it has to meet housing quality standards when you acquire it. Otherwise, it would be housing rehab. So that's new. If you have any questions, talk to me or your area office. The slide also lists other things that can be funded. You can use the funds for clearance and demolition. There are some restrictions on that. Lead-based paint, sometimes planning, but there's some caps on that. As we mentioned, you can use it for match. A lot of tribes use it to address mold in the projects, and a lot of other things are spelled out in the NOFA you can use it for. As I said earlier, you can only use the funds for housing if it's through a CBDO. And the NOFA and the regs spell out what kind of things CBDOs can do. Increase economic opportunity, retain business, energy conservation, and to carry out, this means it has to be carried out by a CBDO, means they directly undertake it or they contract with another entity to do it. So let's say you want to do new construction, you have a CBDO that wants to do it. The CBDO can only do something that's eligible for ICDBG. You couldn't have a CBDO do something that isn't eligible or doesn't meet the requirements of the regs. And they can't exceed the spending administrative limits either. So what in the world is a CBDO? It's such a mouthful. It is a socially oriented nonprofit. The board represents the community. It's free to procure goods and services, and it's not subject to reversion of assets. So, a little more detail. Must be organized under state or local law. This in some cases would be tribal law, to engage in community development activities that may include housing or economic development activities. Its primary purpose must be to improve the physical, economic, or social environment of the geographic area. 51%, here's the second bullet, 51% of the board must be low and moderate income residents of the area. The CBDO cannot be an agency or instrumentality of the grantee, cannot be part of the tribe, or consist of elected or other appointed officials or employees or officials of an ineligible entity. That's one option for meeting the CBDO criteria. There's another option. If you don't meet the first criteria, but you still think you might want to do this, you can be a small business investment center, small SBI. Yeah, it won't apply to housing too much. You can be a CHODO under the home program. Okay, I don't know that that necessarily applies too much. You can be a tribally based nonprofit corporation, an association or corporation organized to promote and undertake community development activities on a not-for-profit basis within the service area. We don't just want to hear that you're a tribally based nonprofit, we want some documentation to show that you are. Then there's a third option. If you're looking for an entity to do your new construction, if you show the area office with your application that, and you haven't been able to comply under one or two, option 1 or 2 here, you can demonstrate to HUD satisfaction based on information in your charter and bylaws that you're sufficiently similar in purpose, function, and scope to those entities that do qualify under 1 and 2. I go through this in some amount of detail, and there's more in the NOFA and the reg because this does come up a few times. Sometimes everybody thinks it's fine, they're going to do new construction, but you have to make sure you have the right kind of entity to do it. We know that new construction is needed in many tribal areas, so make sure that you've jumped through these hoops to do it. Okay, housing rehabilitation, what do you need? What about it? It can be rental or home ownership housing. It can be private housing, as we've said before. It can be NASTA housing. It can be single-family homes. It can be manufactured housing. It can be to private individuals. You can use it for energy efficiency, connection water lines, warranty premiums, flood insurance premiums, lead paint, rehabilitation service, energy audits, work specs, remove. I'm looking at my notes here. There's a lot of things that you can do with these funds. Code enforcement. You can use it for labor. You can use it for materials. Boy, do I need some new glasses. I can hardly read the slide. Fixtures, security, a lot of things can be used. If you have any questions about whether it's eligible, check the NOFA, check the regulation. If it's not spelled out there, touch base with your area office or me. Land acquisition, we touched upon this a little bit earlier. It can be by purchase, long-term lease, donation, or otherwise of real property, including air rights, water rights, rights-of-way easements, and other public interests. As I mentioned, for anything other than housing, it has to be proposed in conjunction with, in other words, it's a little bit confusing on the slide. You can acquire land and then build housing on it and any of the other things in the first bullet, but you can only acquire land alone for future housing development. That's the distinction. Now, if you're just going to come in and ask us for funds for land, you do have to meet certain criteria spelled out in the NOFA. You must demonstrate that the proposed site has suitable soil conditions for new housing and related infrastructure, has potable drinking water, is accessible, and it's accessible for a reasonable cost. It has access to utilities, vehicular access, excuse me, nearby social and community services, and does not have any known environmental problems. And one of my birds fell down. This is all spelled out in rating factor 2. As I mentioned earlier, you can use these funds for home ownership assistance, again, only low and moderate income households. You can use it to subsidize the interest rate and principal, but you cannot actually use it to guarantee the loans. And you can use it for up to 50% of the down payment of a home. You can use it to pay closing costs. And this home ownership assistance can be a standalone activity. In other words, it's not considered a home public service, so you're not limited to that 15% cap in this case. So public facilities, what does that mean? Well, we see a lot of application for community facilities. Head Start centers, why am I blanking? Cultural centers, any number of buildings, social service centers. They can be used for acquisition, construction, reconstruction, rehab, improvements, but you cannot use the funds for government purposes or political purposes. We'll spell that out a little bit later. You can use the funds to provide shelters to persons with special needs. And incidentally, those, if you do that, let's say for handicapped people or developmentally disabled folks or homeless people or people with AIDS, you are not restricted. In other words, the new construction limitation does not apply if you're doing it for persons with special needs. Shelters for the homeless, hospitals, nursing homes, halfway houses for runaway youth, drug offenders, group homes for mentally retarded persons, temporary housing for disaster victims, the list goes on and on. Can use it for roads, water and sewer facilities, and the purchase of equipment is generally ineligible, but for solid waste facilities and fire equipment is eligible. Economic development, what can you do? You can use the funds for acquisition, construction, installation of building structures to help set up a business. The activities can be carried out by nonprofits or for-profit organizations. You can use the funds to provide grants, loans. It says here loan guarantees. I'm not sure about that one. Technical assistance. And you have to make sure that, again, you do not enrich the business. In other words, you can't use ICDBG funds to enrich the business. You have to make sure, do an analysis to determine that the amount of ICDBG is not excessive. Some tribes have used ICDBG funds for travel stations, motels, convenience stores, and seed money for startups. Microenterprises is another type of activity that we have not seen that many grants for. We have seen some. The owner of the microenterprise must be low and moderate income and must have 5 or fewer employees. That's the definition there. Funds can be used for grants, loans, technical assistance, and general support, and there's no public service cap limitation on this. A person developing a microenterprise means persons who have expressed interest in and expected to be actively working towards developing businesses. If you're at all interested in that, we can probably put you in touch with somebody who has done those before, and there are other resources out there. This is a key distinction here. We get asked this question periodically. There are restrictions on all HUD funds and certainly on ICDBG funds on how and when ICDBG funds can be used to construct, assist government facilities. There is a distinction between government office buildings versus public facilities where services are provided. For example, buildings used for activities such as planning and administration of ICDBG would be considered buildings for the general conduct of government, and they would be ineligible for ICDBG assistance. Okay, so if you're administering and planning your ICDBG program, that is a government facility and would not be eligible. But assistance for buildings used to deliver services to the public would be eligible. A police headquarters building would fall within the definition of building for the general conduct of government, but a police substation or jail would not. In some cases, nonprofits and subrecipients, including CBDOs, our favorite, may acquire title to public facilities in which some government services are provided. However, in such cases, and I read these because I want to make sure I get this right, they must be open for use by the general public during all normal hours of operation. The removal of architectural barriers in government buildings is, however, something that you can use ICDBG funds for. If you have any questions about this, touch base with your area office. Okay, what's not eligible? You can't use funds for maintenance and operation. In general, any expenses associated with repairing, operating, or maintaining it are not eligible. There's a few exceptions spelled out in the NOFA. In general, well, as we've discussed, new housing construction, we've talked about that. In general, purchases of equipment, fixtures, cars, furnishings are ineligible, except when necessary for grant administration, or in some cases, when the CBDO is using them, or firefighting equipment, etc. Construction tools and equipment is generally ineligible. There are some exceptions to that. And you cannot use ICDBG for income payments for housing or other purposes. And they're spelled out in the regulation and also the NOFA. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit now about applying through Grants.gov, and then we'll take a break before we get into the rating factors. Okay, as I mentioned, there is a general section that you need to look at for all of HUD NOFAs, and then there is the ICDBG NOFA. The general section, again, was published on August 8th, a long time ago, and it is, oh, I don't even have the last page, at least 76 pages long. It has some new appendices now. They've rearranged the order of it, so make sure you look at that. There was a technical amendment to that, or a correction posted for the general section that dealt with the thresholds. Basically, the language is the same. It's just the order is a little bit different. The general section gives you lots and lots and lots of detail about how to register get a DUNS number, how to register in SAMS, how to download your application. So it is another key document you want to have at hand, even earlier than reading the ICDBG NOFA. The ICDBG NOFA will tell you how we're going to rate your application. Read them both carefully. Okay. Again, in 2013, the ICDBG applications have to be submitted through Grants.gov electronically. This has been the case for the last several years. It was in 2009 that we accepted paper applications because that was the same year as the ARA applications, and Grants.gov couldn't handle it. However, this year, like last year, unless you get a waiver of the electronic grant requirement, you do have to submit through Grants.gov. I'm going to say this so many times, you're going to be sick of hearing it from me, is that do not wait until the day it is due. I'm sorry the screen is a little bit light, but there is a Grants.gov customer support center. The phone number is there. If you just go to Grants.gov, there's all sorts of information there on the website. There is also a HUD website. Does not have so much information anymore. It used to have more. I guess they've stopped doing some of it. But there is also some information on the HUD website. And again, the general section, the technical amendment to the general section, and the ICDBG NOFA is also on the HUD grants website. So the Grants.gov Customer Support Center, I think I'm on the wrong slide. That always happens, doesn't it? Is open 24 hours a day. This is the number that you need to call if you're having any problem whatsoever getting through Grants.gov. Don't call me, because I can't help you with that. Don't call your area ONAP, because they can't help you with that. Call the Grants.gov Customer Support Center. They are the people that are supposed to be able to help you with that. If you have a problem and can't get through to them, then you can call me, and I will try to interface with you. The webcast today will be archived on the HUD website, hopefully tomorrow, if you have friends that missed it. There is a grants management office here at HUD. Some of you may have heard of the name Barbara Dorff. She is not here anymore, but she sometimes would interface. There are other people there now that if we run into problems at all with Grants.gov, we will work with that office. They are the office that sends us the applications when we get them through the Grants.gov. If you have questions about the NOFA, you can call me or your area office. However, I can't, nor can the area offices help you write your application. We can explain what the NOFA means. We can direct you to sites where other applicants' successful applications are posted. That is also on the HUD website, grants website, but we cannot give any information to you that would give you any advantage over another applicant. So I just want to, if it sounds like sometimes we're not helping you, that's the reason. We will help you when we can. Okay, for those of you that have applied already through Grants.gov, you will recognize many of these steps. There are 5 steps that you must complete in order to be able to apply for an application through Grants.gov, ICDBG, Ross, any other HUD program, any other program for the most part. Again, unless you get a waiver, which we'll talk about later, how to do that, these are the steps. First, you need to get a DUNS number. So you should find out from your chief financial officer in the tribe or grant administrator if you have one. And if you have one, and use that one, and it's all spelled out in the general section. I'm going to give you pages of the general section where you need to look to see this. This is all explained on page 65 of the general section, which is now in Appendix C. Remember I said they rearranged the order of the general section. DUNS number, page 65. You will have to complete a trading partner profile and identify what's called an e-business point of contact, e-biz POC. Catchy. This is the person that authorizes the authorized person, the authorized representative, to submit the application on behalf of the tribe. A lot of times people get mixed up in this step. The e-business point of contact didn't register the person. They thought they were the person allowed to submit, but they weren't. Make sure all of these steps are completed way in advance. And as I mentioned earlier, your registration in CCR, or now SAM, has to be done annually. This is all explained on pages 66 to 67 of the general section, again in the Appendix D. Once you've done these 2 things, then you have to register in Grants.gov and create what's called a username and also a password. Don't lose the password like I do. To do that, you have to have the DUNS number and all the other numbers, so make sure you have it all at hand. This is spelled out on pages 67 to 68 of the general section, Appendix D. Then, the e-business point of contact has to log into Grants.gov and give what's called the AOR, or the Authorized Organization Representative, these are all mouthfuls, approval to submit the application. Don't forget to get the approval or you won't be able to submit. And this is explained on, I'm not sure this is right, it says page 32 of the general section. I think it's probably in the Appendix D. I will check. And then step 5 is the AOR, or the Authorized Organizational Representative, has to log in and check in at any time. What you want to do is, once the e-business point of contact has given the AOR, oh boy, approval to submit, the AOR should go in and check at any time to make sure they have the authority to submit. So please, I urge you, I beg you to go in and do all this ASAP, okay? Because in the last few years, we've been getting a lot of calls, and I get them up until midnight usually, the night applications are due, and something's amiss. And you don't want to not be able to submit your application after you've done all this work, done all this consultation, talked to the community, and then lose it because you forgot to check one little thing. Once you've registered in Grants.gov, you can download the application package and the application instructions. Sorry for that light word there. You would go to the website on the slide, which you cannot see, I don't think. Maybe you can. It's at Grants.gov, and you want to click on Apply. you want to enter what's called the CFDA number. That's the Catalog of Federal Domestic Assistance number. And for ICDBG, the number is on the screen. I would use that. The funding opportunity number is also there, but you want to use only one or the other. And then you will be directed to a page with a download application and instructions link. This is the point where you should have Adobe 9.4 or 10.0.1 installed, or the newest version of Adobe Reader if Grants.gov gives you a new one. You can get Adobe Reader, we'll talk about that in a minute, but you can get that from Grants.gov, or your IT folks can help you. The application instructions contains the general section we were just talking about and the program section, which is the ICDBG NOFA, as well as any forms that you're going to have to use and that are not part of the application download. You need to look at all of the documents in both of those things. It's not necessarily intuitive. You would think that the application package would have the forms, but sometimes the forms are in the instructions. So make sure you download both the instructions and the application. The housing needs factor that we'll talk about a little bit later is also there, and you want to look at that and download that if you are going to do a housing project. Again, these are the versions of Adobe Reader that you'll need. It's free and it's available at the site on the screen. Again, I apologize for the light font there. It is also, if you go to grants.gov, there'll be a link there to Adobe Reader. You can use 9.4 with Adobe Professional 8.0 if you've updated the default setting on the copy of Adobe Professional, so it matches 9.4 or 10.01. That's all I know. I'm not a computer expert, but this is, again, all explained in the general section. I think I have the page numbers right on pages 70 to 71. Okay, when are applications due this year? 1 minute before midnight on March 18th. The application has to be received, which means it's been uploaded and you've received confirmation that it was submitted. Just hitting the sign and submit button does not mean the application has been successfully uploaded. You will get if it's successfully uploaded, you will get a confirmation of successful submission, which will include a tracking number, and you should print this out and the confirmation and save it for your records. And then within a day or two, you will get your application will be validated. It says in the general section it takes 24 to 48 hours, but it's often a lot sooner than that. But you also need to get a validation to make sure that everything in your application was right. The DUNS number was right, the CCR number was right, this matched that, everything matched. Sometimes if you don't have the permission to submit, that won't work. If your application is validated, you will receive an email telling you that it's been picked up by the agency, that's us, for review. If it's rejected, for whatever reason, we'll talk about some of them, Grants.gov will send an email to the person that's been designated to get the emails stating the reason. All notices are by email, so make sure you have your email set up to receive emails from Grants.gov, that they don't go into spam and you don't know that you got them. If you do not receive a validation or rejection notice once you've submitted, call the Grants.help desk. After 48 hours, call the help desk. Don't call me, call the help desk. Again, if you can't get help through the help desk, then call me and we'll try to figure something out. There is a 1-day grace period. This is a little bit tricky because I think people think they have a grace period, but they don't. And grace periods are relatively new. But again, we have one. Applicant, here's how it will work. Not everybody gets one that it seems they would. Applicants that upload their applications prior to the deadline and time and who receive a rejection notice, in other words, you did it 3 days ahead of time, you got a rejection notice. You have until 11:59:59 on March 19th to submit an application that is validated. Applications that are received by Grants.gov after the deadline and for which there's no prior evidence of a rejection will be considered late and will not qualify for the grace period. Save everything. If an application is received during the grace period but rejected after the grace period ends, that application does not qualify either. If you do not understand the error or rejection message you got from Grants.gov, call that toll-free number ASAP. Don't assume that all is well until you get the email from Grants.gov informing you that the application has been received and is validated. That's what you want. Again, this is all spelled out in the general section in Appendix D. Okay, so what are some of the reasons? Invalid DUNS number. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to transpose numbers, isn't it? Make sure the numbers match. Make sure that the password is right, that everybody has the same password. If you use a password that's not associated with the user ID, or you confuse it, you won't be able to log in. A user that uses a user ID password that's registered but not authorized, as I mentioned earlier, will receive a rejection notice. Double check this long before you submit. And then you sometimes can get what's called a virus detection message. This often happens if the application contains files that don't meet the filing naming conventions discussed earlier. This is spelled, there are new filing name conventions, and I believe we put those also in the ICDBG NOFA. Make sure you label your documents that you're sending in by those, with those kind of conventions. Otherwise, boop, won't go through. And the conventions, the filing names are on pages 73 and 4 of the general section. Okay, you don't want to go through Grants.gov because it's such a pain. What do? Well, you can submit a request for a waiver. Not just because you think it's a pain, as I just jokingly said. You need to have good cause. And in some cases, good cause is, as it says on the slide there, lack of available internet access. We tend to get some of these from Alaska and some other smaller tribes in very remote areas. If you can document that and send in a request, you must submit it in writing. You have to send it to your area ONAP. You used to send it to us, but now it goes to the area administrator. And don't wait until 2 days before the request to send it in. If you think you're going to have a problem with the electronic submissions, be on the safe side and send a waiver request in. You must send it in 15 days before the applications are due. Can't always process these requests. If for some chance you do get a waiver and you decide you want to submit electronically, you can certainly do that. We just would like to make sure that you get your application in on time so it's considered. So I talked a little bit ahead of myself here. Good cause. We will acknowledge that you sent in the waiver, and we will send you tell you yes or no to the waiver by email, or if you send us an email address, or by the postal service or other means. We cannot do a waiver request by the telephone, so don't call up again the day before. If you are granted a waiver, you will get information about how to submit the application, but I can tell you now we'll ask for 2 copies of the application, 1 original and 1 copy. And you have to submit it by the deadline date, by midnight of that, 1 minute before midnight on the 18th. And paper applications are not eligible for the grace period. So here's a couple tips. If you're submitting a paper application, if you're submitting a paper application, use a separate tab for each rating factor. There is a checklist in the NOFA. We'll talk about that a little bit later after the break, but make sure that if any of those apply to you, you have sent them. Don't send us everything. Don't send us resumes. Don't send us more stuff than we asked for. Send us things that will help us rate your application. And no matter what you do, don't send Social Security numbers of anybody. No resumes, no Social Security numbers. Have somebody that hasn't worked on the application do a rating. Have them sit down with the NOFA. Have them sit down with what you're proposing, in the order of the NOFA, what you're proposing, and see what they would do. You need to allow a little extra time for that, but that's a good way. So, you know, sometimes when you work on an application, you're so involved in it and so attached to it, you can't see the forest through the trees. So have somebody else in your office look at the application before you send it in and make sure that you are going to get as many points as you can. And compare it to all the rating factors. You'll see later there are many different rating points, so you want to make sure you can get the most points. Okay, so we are going to take a 10-minute break now, because some of us need to have a little bit to drink. So I have 2:25. We will come back at 2:35. Okay? Broadcast studio, we're taking a break. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you had time to get some coffee or something. I did. So, what we're going to talk about now are the required elements and forms and everything that you have to submit in your application. Then we'll go through the rating factors, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we will do when we get your applications. As I said earlier, the NOFA has in Section 4 a checklist. It has 19 items in the checklist listed as A to S. Not every single one of them will apply to your application, but I urge you to look at all of them and make sure that you submit, as I've said earlier, every one that you do need to submit. For the first time this year, we are going to ask you to submit a one-page summary. This will really help us with the rating of the application, and I think it will help you crystallize your application. And put on the first page of your narrative and also on the one-page summary the type of application you're requesting funds for. Is it a housing project? Is it a rehab? Is it a economic development project? That will just accelerate the review process and help us a lot. If you don't know, you don't know, but you should probably know. So the first bullet you'll see there is the narrative. There are 5 rating factors in the NOFA, and you need to address every single one of them. Even if you're not there, you just have to address every single one of them. And make sure when you submit the application, when you are attaching it or faxing it, however you're going to do it, that we have every single rating factor. Sometimes we see only rating factors 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. So make sure there's all 5 of them are there. The SF424 is an application. It's a standard form, an OMB form that everybody has to submit. It's pretty self-explanatory. If you have any questions, there are instructions with it, and you can check with the office or me. But there is, we want to make sure that the authorized person signs it. It's not just somebody that filled it out, that the person that's authorized to submit requests on behalf of the tribe signs it. And they do ask that you submit the 9-digit zip code. If you have one, most people do. Then there's a HUD 2000. This is a form that some of us can't quite figure out what it's for, but it is a required form, so do your best with this form. Then there is another form that most of you will not use. This is a form that is filled out if a paper application is going to be submitted. So again, this won't apply to most of you. Then there's a tribal resolution. If, as I mentioned earlier, an organization is the applicant, then the tribe must prepare a resolution, sign and date it on tribal letterhead that says this particular organization is authorized to apply for Tribe X to submit this application this year. And you have to attach the resolution. This is the one you do have to attach, unlike the other one that you didn't. Then there's an implementation schedule. It's a form, it's a HUD form, 4125, and make sure your implementation schedule is pretty detailed. Don't just say, get grant, build house. I mean, I'm being a little bit flip about that, but as detailed as you know now when you're applying, how you're going to do it and when you're going to do it. We want to see that you've clearly thought out how you're going to get this project done. And then if for some reason you can't fit stuff on the form, you can put that in your narrative when it talks about that. Then the cost information. This is also a HUD form for the ICDBG program 4123. You should include cost information for each separate project, including activity costs, administration, planning, technical assistance, how much HUD's going to be paying. And as the slide indicates, planning and administration of this project cannot exceed 20% of the grant. And only in conjunction with a physical development activity. If you're requesting funds for more than one project, remember we said you could submit any number of projects as long as it's not over the application ceiling. You should submit a 4123 for each project and then a combined one. Don't include things like architectural and environmental costs directly related to the projects, but you should include funds that you're going to contribute, kind of implied. You can charge indirect costs to the ICDBG program, but they have to be the way you do it under a cost-sharing plan. And if you don't know what that means, touch base with your area office. You probably already have one and know what those rates are. Now this is the next bullet. The resolution on citizen participation is something that often stumps applicants. This is a regulatory requirement. It is a requirement in the NOFA. Congress appropriates funds for ICDBG. We tell you how much money there is available. What we're asking for here is that you, or the tribe, whoever is going to propose the application, let the citizens of the community know that this money is available and what should be done with it. What we don't want to see is an application that comes in. We really need to see some evidence that there was, citizens were involved in determining what the funds can be used for. This can be done in any number of ways. You can have a meeting, you can have a council meeting and discuss it. You could do, we've seen advertisements in newspapers of meetings about it. It's not basically a rubber stamp. But what has to happen here now is, and I'm sorry, the people told me not to cough into the mic. What we're asking for here is a tribal resolution indicating that you've met the requirements in the regulation. And those regulations, I want you to look at them, are 1003, 604A. It must be a tribal resolution. If a tribal organization is submitting the application, it cannot be any kind of resolution from the tribe, from that organization. The tribe must submit the resolution that says the tribe consulted with citizens and met these requirements. I want to reaffirm that because last year some applicants I know were not rated because of this. So I want everyone to know that. It's an important piece of this. If you're doing a housing project or any other kind of project and want to submit a map, this is not a requirement, but we'd like to see it. You need to show who's going to benefit from this, who's going to live in these units, who's going to be served by the project. So we'll talk a little bit about that in the rating factors later. How are we going to measure the benefit? Well, there's a number of different ways. Some projects are going to serve a whole area. Some projects are going to serve limited clientele. Some projects are going to serve housing units. There's a couple of different ways. If we're going to measure it by the area benefit, we would look at activities that are going to benefit all the residents of the area, in which 51% of the residents are low and moderate income people. So in other words, to be able to pass this criteria, this so-called threshold, you would have to show that if you're building a community facility, 51% of the residents are low and moderate income. The areas don't need to be coterminous with census tracts or other recognized boundaries, but must be the entire area served by the activity. To determine if there are sufficient number of low and moderate income persons, you can use the most recently available decennial census information. Now, in the past, we provided some information to you all about census by tribal areas. We do not have updated information on that yet. However, if the applicant believes that the census data does not accurately reflect the area that you want to serve, you can do a survey of the residents to determine how many are low and moderate income. And you can't just say it, you have to show that you've done some kind of a survey that meets standards of statistical reliability. Sometimes people get thrown out because of this. We would like to see that you've gone door to door, made phone calls, otherwise calculated who is going to be served there, and it is reliable. If you have questions, I suggest you ask your area ONAP, or you can call me too. Next, we're going to talk about limited clientele. Remember I said you can do certain projects for certain kind of populations. So these activities are presumed to benefit people that are 51% low and moderate income. So in other words, here are some examples of types of groups of people that would fall in. For example, abused children, battered spouses, elderly persons, adults meeting severely disabled, definitions in the census, homeless persons, illiterate adults, persons with AIDS, migrant workers. So in other words, if you're going to serve those populations, you don't have to show any other kind of information about who's going to be served. Or if all of the participants are low and moderate income, like a TANF population, then in most cases, that would be sufficient. Or are of such a nature and in a location that can be concluded that the clientele will be primarily low and moderate income. These are some tricky issues in terms of determining how many points you'll get and do you pass the test. So if you have any questions, again, you can call me or you can go to the area ONAP trainings that will be held later in February. To get the full points for public facility projects serving a limited clientele, in rating factor 2, I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but at least 85% of the beneficiaries must be low and moderate income. We'll talk about that later. It might be a little confusing to talk about it now, but just know that you can measure your benefit by area, you can measure it by clientele, the clientele you're going to serve, or in housing, as I've said earlier, all units must be occupied by low and moderate income persons, 80% of the area. If the structure is 2 units, 1 must be low and moderate income. If more than 2, at least 51%. If you're going to do 2 buildings on the same property, the group buildings are considered a single structure. For rental housing, the rents have to be affordable, and the grantee has to show that it's adopted its standards for making sure that the rents are affordable. So that's how we're going to measure low and moderate income benefit in housing. Then in job creation, again, we don't seem to see this too much. The activity has to create or retain permanent jobs, and 51% of the jobs created or retained have to be available to or held by low and moderate income persons. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because it's a lot to read and I can't really paraphrase it, but there are criteria in the reg that talks about how somebody's determined to be low and moderate income in the census tract, and if it's in an empowerment zone. Again, if you're interested in doing an economic development project, I suggest you, again, talk to the area office about that, attend those trainings, because the area is sometimes tricky. So here's another bullet, another thing that must be included in the checklist. Demographic data. Whoops, sorry. We talked about this a little bit earlier. I did. Who are you going to serve in this project? Who's it going to benefit? You must submit recently available decennial census information or data that's unpublished, not generally available, or not older than the latest census. If it's other than the census, you have to show that generally available published data is inaccurate or incomplete, that the data you're submitting has been collected systematically and is statistically reliable, or the data is to the greatest extent feasible, independently verifiable, and differentiates between reservation and BIA service area populations where applicable. If you're going to do a survey, you need to submit a sample copy of the survey, an explanation of the methods used to collect the data, and a listing of incomes by household, including household size. You also need to indicate how the data was gathered. If you're providing services only for elders or only for households with children, you only need to survey the households that you're going to serve. In other words, if it's just elderly, you don't have to serve all the families, just the elderly. So this is a key thing. So make sure that you understand and have reliable data, either provided by the area office through the census data that we have as of 2003, or you generate your own. So in this checklist, or in your narrative, you're going to have to show that you've met the project-specific thresholds. And remember, those were for housing and economic development and housing rehabilitation. You've got to say that somewhere in your application. It can be in the narrative. It just has to be in there. If you are going to request funds for housing for land, you have to show all of those things that we've talked about it has to meet. You also, with this one, unlike some of the others, have to include evidence of a financial commitment and an ability to construct 25% of the housing units on the land that you're going to acquire with ICDBG funds. We're not going to allow you to just sit on the land for years and years and years. And how are we going to look at that? We want to get a firm or conditional commitment to construct the units, documentation that an approvable application for construction has been submitted to a funding source, USDA, whoever, or documentation that the units are identified in the Indian Housing Plan. If it's not in your Indian Housing Plan, then provide assurance that when the plan is submitted, it will specifically reference the proposed project. Development must occur no later than 2 years after the site purchase. So make sure that when you're going to ask for land, you have the next steps lined up. We discussed this a little bit earlier. If you're going to do a healthcare facility, which you can do with ICDBG funds, and if it's going to provide healthcare services funded by Indian Health Service, you have to submit written assurance that the project meets all IHS requirements. And if your tribe is contracting services from, sorry, I'm lisping now, from IHS and has decided to establish other facility standards, you have to include written assurances that these are at least compared to nationally accepted standards. Similarly, if you're going to do a correction facility, juvenile detention center, you have to make sure not that they meet Indian Health Service standards, but that they meet Department of Justice and or sometimes BIA standards. So you have to submit a statement that says that it will do that. If you are going to have partners commit, participate in any way, please make sure that state in here, provide evidence some way that all partners are on board. We've had cases in some case, well, one case in particular I know where tribal department was listed in the application and reportedly had no idea that it was in the application. So please provide evidence that you have covered all those bases. As I mentioned earlier, code of conduct. Oh, here's the website. Sorry for the squint. If you just go to the HUD website, it'll be on there. Or if you need to check with me, I will give it to you. You'll need to submit the code of conduct or have one up there already. The lobbying you won't have to do if you're a federally recognized tribe. Now here's one of my favorites. This last bullet on the form here, on the slide, the HUD fax form. This is a form that will be in the download when you download your application. I forget the number of the form. But you need to send the fax form in, even if you're not faxing anything with your application. In the past, we've had documents lost in Grants.gov or not retrievable in Grants.gov. They were not attached to the fax form. They want to know if you're faxing something. So if you're not faxing anything, I think you're supposed to put 1 in there on the number of pages. But just make sure you send that in. I know it seems silly. I've said it too. Okay, how many points are in the, how many possible points can you get? This has not changed from the 2012 NOFA. Sorry, I'm rustling. 100 points, and the breakdown is on the screen. We are very interested in making sure that once you get the grant, you have the capacity to do it, and that you also, what you're proposing is sound and going to work. So that's why we've divided up the points the way we are. There is a table that summarizes them by new applicants in some cases and existing applicants in the NOFA in what's called Section 4 of the NOFA. There's a table there. Review every criteria, all the criteria, and make sure you can get the most points. Okay, there's a few changes. We've changed a little bit about what's in the capacity. We're going to measure success a little bit differently now to make sure if you've said you've done something in the past that it's been successful. And that will mean meeting or exceeding benchmarks and timetables. In other words, if you met your benchmarks of something you said you were going to do in the past, or you beat those, exceeded those, that's good, that's successful. In rating factor 2, we're looking for a little bit more information on need, why the project is needed, why is it critical to the cultural, social, or economic viability of the community, and you define what viable means. We're not telling you what it means, but it could mean people want to move back. People are, dying to move back to your area, the reservation. There's jobs there. There's things they want to move back. What will this project do to help improve the viability? In rating factor 3, we're going to look for a little bit more on budget details, and we're going to, rating factor 5, we're looking for a little bit more specifics on how you've coordinated with other projects, other entities in your application. Applicants must receive a minimum of 70 points out of 100 points to be considered for funding. In recent years, the projects funded with the available funds have been way above that. So when you go through your primary rating and you think, oh, it's good, I get 72 points, you rate your 72 points isn't going to be good enough. You want to try to get as many points as you can, as close to 100 as you can. Because the competition, applications are getting better, people are learning how to write them, and more experienced with things that are needed. So that's 70 is the minimum, but I want to tell you that sometimes it's more. If you don't receive 15 points in rating factor 1, remember rating factor 1 has 36 points. I forget. Nope. I forget. 30. If you don't get at least 15, we'll stop rating you right there. So make sure that you really beefed up what's in the capacity part. Not beefed it up. That's not what I mean, of course. I mean that what you propose is to be true, and you will be able to demonstrate capacity. So, okay, what about capacity? New applicants can receive 30 points, current grantees 15 points. Doesn't sound logical, but when you look at the chart, you'll see. If you are funded, your project will be looked at to see if you measure so in other words, we will measure the capacity. We will look at what you said you were going to do, and did you do what you said you're going to do? I mean, you promised it, so we're going to look. Things come up. There are things that can be done, but we want to look at that. So we want to make sure you have all of the organizational resources necessary so that you can do this project. And you must address the capacity for the type of project you're going to be doing. Don't give us all sorts of information about a housing project if what you're going to do is build a community facility, or you're going to, lay water and sewer lines. We want to know that the people that are going to do what you're proposing to do know how to do it and have done it in the past. And as I said, if you're funded, we're going to measure you against your implementation schedule and your outputs and outcomes. Okay. This sub-factor applies to all applicants, new and existing. So what are we looking for? We want to know that you can either have now or you can get managerial, technical, or administrative, you have the capability to carry out the project. You can hire somebody to do it, but we want to know what kind of person you're looking for. And who's going to administer it? Who are the key players here? not just who's paying the bill. Who else is going to run it? Who's going to make sure stuff is done on time? Typical documents can include summaries of qualifications and past experiences of proposed staff, descriptions of staff responsibilities, letters of endorsements from others who've worked with staff. You need to describe in the narrative, explicitly highlighting each team member's experience. We want to know who are the key players and what they're going to do, their recent, their relevant, and their successful experience. So you can receive up to 8 points for managerial and technical staff. We break it down in the NOFA, and on the rating sheet, you'll see to get 8 points, you'll have to do all this. To do 4 points, almost all that. And then you get 0 points if you didn't do anything or if you didn't address it. So here, what we're going to look for, touched on it earlier, the roles and responsibilities of your project director and key staff, including the day-to-day management, consultants and contractors. So what are we looking for? We're considering experience related to the activities being proposed or the roles and responsibilities in the application to be relevant, experience within the last 5 years to be recent, and as I've said earlier, evidence of meeting or exceeding benchmarks or timetables of past projects to be successful. You want to tie in how the experience you are claiming your team has will affect your ability to meet the timetables in your implementation schedule. Then, of course, there's a section on your implementation plan. A little bit different breakdown for new and current applicants. This should match or expand upon what you've written on the form that goes with this, the HUD 40125. It should be as specific and realistic as possible. The point breakdown for current grantees is 3, is the most points you can get, 2 or 0. And the point breakdown for new applicants is 8, 5, and 0. And what do you want to get? 8 or 3. Excuse me. 3 hours is a lot of talking, even for a Jersey girl. Okay, then we're going to look at the financial management of your project and your past. 2 points for current grantees and 7 points for new applicants. You want to show that the systems you have meet the requirements of the ICDBG reg, which is 1003, and 85, which is, as I mentioned earlier, the HUD financial reg. And if you have any findings, we're going to be looking at those too. And we're going to also look at the audits. So here's what you have to do. We're going to look and see, are you going to have effective fiscal financial control over your project? To determine an audit finding seriousness, we're going to rely on the guidance that's in PIH Notice 200908. So if you have any concerns about any of your audit findings that might impact your ability to compete here, I would look at that. It's PIH Notice 200908. It is listed on the HUD website with all the other notices. A current audit is one that has been submitted to the Federal Audit Clearinghouse within 12 months prior to the application deadline date. A letter from your independent public accountant auditor dated within 12 months is required, stating, if you don't have an audit, you should have to state that your financial management system complies with requirements. Oh, sorry. That's a little, sorry. If you're not required to have an audit, in other words, you get less than $500,000 in federal expenditures, you automatically receive points for this if you state it, and you have to provide some other information. Look carefully at this particular sub-factor. It's all spelled out in there. I'm sorry, my notes are a little bit sketchy there. Similar to the financial management criteria sub-factor. Sub-factor 1D is on procurement, contract management. We want to make sure that your procurement and contract policies, the way you do this, will meet the requirements of the HUD regulations at 24 Part CFR 85. Those are the general financial regs, and the ICDBG regulations. Similarly, if you're required to have an audit, if you don't have one, you need a letter from the IPA stating that all of your systems comply. And if you're not required to have an audit, you must state this and provide other information that's requested here in the NOFA. And the breakdown here is for current grantees, 2 points, 1 point, or 0, which no one wants. For new applicants, it's higher, 7, 4, and 0. Next, we go to past performance. We're starting to look at this more and more, a little bit more. We want to, you can get up to 15 points for this. So if you have an ICDBG now and it's really dragging, you might want to get moving on that one because this will come into effect here. There are several sub-factors within this. We're going to look at your implementation schedule. You can get up to 3 points for this. We're going to rely, oh, by the way, I should say, we are going to rely on the information we have in the file here on these things in past performance. So you don't have to submit them. I mean, if you do, that's okay, but you don't have to. In the past performance, we're going to look at our records. For the implementation, points will be based on how timely you've been in meeting the time frames in the implementation plans for current grants. And then we break it down even more specifically in the NOFA. If you're not more than 90 days behind in your schedule, that's 3 months, you get 3 points. If you're not more than 120 days behind, you get 2 points. But if you're more than 120 days behind your implementation schedule, you will get 0 points. Okay, and we're going to look at all the open grants. Similarly with reports, we look at the ACER, the annual status and evaluation reports, and the federal financial reports, both of these reports. If both reports are submitted within 15 days of the due date, in other words, there's a little bit of leeway there, you'll get 3 points. If only one report is submitted within 15 days, you get 2 points, and the other one's later. If neither report is submitted within 15 days of the deadline, you get 0 points. So make sure to keep those deadlines in line. Then we go to closeouts. This is up to 3 points. The application has submitted these documents by the required deadline, which is 90 days after the criteria for closeout is met. If you did, you receive 3 points. If you didn't, 0. And your performance will be evaluated on all open grants to which this applies. Then audits. We're looking at this too, but we're looking at all these. Applicant, you'll get 3 points if you submitted your annual audits for the last 2 audit periods, I'm from New Jersey, audit periods, in accordance with ICDBG requirements and the OMB circular, or if you received an extension and you submitted them within that requirement. Applicants that are not required to submit an audit, you'll know who you are, must state this and explain why. And then if you have any findings, we're looking at those too. Applicants will receive 3 points if they've resolved monitoring findings and controlled audit findings, or if there are no findings. So if you have no findings, 3 points automatically. Again, this is in your past performance. You receive 0 points if you didn't resolve them by the target date. And we're going to look at all open monitoring findings. So again, I urge you, before you submit the application, if possible, to resolve any issues that will detract from your points for this. That's rating factor 1, a key factor. Remember, if you don't get at least 15 points in rating factor 1, we will stop. We won't look at anything else. We will stop. And then you'll hear that that's the reason why we rejected you. So make sure that your capacity, you get at least 15 points there, and as high as you can. Okay, now we're going to go to factor 2. This is need. There's a total of 16 points, and there are 2 subfactors. One is need and viability, and then the subfactor 2 is project benefit, and that's a little bit more clearly spelled out. You have to submit quantitative information showing that it meets an essential need and is critical, as I said earlier. Why and how is this project critical to the cultural, social, economic viability? We're going to rate project benefit by the type of project. We're going to rate economic development by, compare those. We're going to look at housing, and applications must include, my notes repeat themselves a little bit here, so for that I apologize. Okay. Remember I said a little bit earlier, if you are submitting in subfactor A, it's up to 2A is up to 12 points. If you're submitting data other than the census, you have to submit a statement showing that generally available data is not available. The data you've collected is systematically and statistically reliable, and you have to identify the total number of persons and include the sample form. That's for rating factor 2A. Who are you going to serve? Now, for public facilities, if you are serving at least 85% of the people that you're going to serve with your community building, your cultural center, your health facility, is at least 85%, you'll get 12 points. And on the slide, it spells out how many points you'll get if you have fewer than 85% at that income level. So it doesn't mean you won't get any points. It just means you'll get fewer points. And make sure your application documents who will be receiving the benefit. Okay, blank paper. Okay, economic development. Sorry. It's too much for one person, right? For economic development, the beneficiaries are the persons served or employed or who got the jobs. Again, you can submit census data or other data. And the points are the same as on the previous slide. Again, they are 12, 8, 4, and 0 are the breakdowns. For documenting people employed, you don't need to submit a data statement. You do need to submit information that describes the nature and the number of jobs created or retained for low and moderate income people. To demonstrate that jobs will be retained by the project, include that information, and jobs retained only for the period of the grant will not count. So in other words, if it's a 2-year grant, those jobs aren't retained. Those are just temporary jobs. We want to see that there's retained over time. Okay, housing construction. With housing projects, it's a little bit simpler to determine need because we rely on data that we've generated for the ICDBG program, and we look at, there's a formula created, and we look at the tribes formula, and we base it on the need factor divided by the sum of the number of people in the area. So based on the 2012 formula, if the dollar amount that shows up on that needs table that you've downloaded with, I think, the instructions is 12 points. I'm sorry, $327 to $750, you get 12 points. If it's, and you'll see on the slide, it goes down to 0 points, which means there's either no need or there's so much money there or something. If you have any questions about that, the table is up there. You can ask me, but all you'll need to do then is insert or spell out in your narrative that according to the needs factor table, this is the need, and this application will get this many points. Micro-enterprises is similar to the economic development point structure, 12840. We talked about this a little bit earlier. A micro-enterprise is a business that has 5 or fewer employees, one of whom owns it, owns the business. We're going to look at the nature of jobs created or retained. You would need to submit descriptions of proposed job responsibilities, titles, salaries, and indicate if they're full or part-time. That's rating factor 2. Now we go to what are you going to do and how are you going to do it? And this rating factor is up to 36 points. How will what you propose affect the quality, the viability, meet the needs, and how are you going to sustain it over time? We'll give you the money. Is it going to be there in 10 years or as long as you need it? So we want to know that the populations that were described in the demographic section, the need factor, are the same ones that that will benefit from the project. Sounds sort of logical, but sometimes that doesn't happen. There are 4 sub-factors here. The description of the project. We're going to look for the budget for the project. Excuse me, there are HUD policy priorities that are in the general section, and we were required to put a few of them in here. And then there's how are you going to sustain the project. And you must address all of these again. So here's where you're going to describe the project. What's it going to be? A building, a road, how many units, who's going to go there? Don't assume we know what it's going to be. And don't assume we're going to know how it's going to improve the community. What's the size? What's the type? What's the location? Why did you decide to do it this way? Why did you decide to build solar panels? Why did you decide to have it face east? Why did tell us why. We want to know what your thinking was. It doesn't have to be 20 pages. In fact, we don't want 20 pages, but we want to know why you chose to do this project and what about this project is going to get to what you talked about in rating factor 2. If you're proposing housing construction or a public facility or rehab project, we want to know about any cost savings due to program design or construction methods. In other words, I kind of said something earlier about solar, what have you. We want to see that, and we need to see that. What kind of unique materials are you using? For land acquisition, to support new housing, you must show a reasonable ratio between the number of net usable acres to be required and the number of low and moderate income households that will benefit. And as I said earlier, land banking will not be permitted. The point breakdown here is 12 points. If you do everything that's spelled out in the NOFA that we ask for, 10 points, 6 or 0 if you don't address anything. Budget. We see all kinds of budgets in these applications. We want your budget to be as detailed as possible, as much as you know now, so that we know you've thought it out. 9 points. We want you to provide more detail than is required on that cost summary form, the 4123. You must include your planning and administrative costs. We're going to look at the quality, thoroughness, and reasonableness of the budget. In other words, if you're asking for, well, I can't really give you an example, but reasonable, I think people would know essentially what reasonable need means. All costs associated with the project should be documented, and when appropriate, include outside cost estimates for large priced items. If you have somebody else prepare the budget, we would like to know what the qualifications of that person. Has this person ever prepared budgets before? Or is this somebody that just, I don't know. And we don't want you to just rely on the form 4123 for the points here. We want to see that you've thought about this and included all parts of your budget. A lot of people get stumped up on these policy priorities. You don't have to address any of these. But, as I mentioned earlier, the points in these applications are competitive. So if you want to get as close to 100 points, you might want to think about addressing one or some or all of them. I don't know that you can do all of them, but details on these policy priorities are in the general section. I forget which appendix it's in, but it's in an appendix where they spell them all out. We've picked two. We've picked the HUD priority for job creation and employment, and you could get 1 point for that. And the other one we have is sustainability, and you could get up to 2 points for that. You must describe in your application how one or both of these were selected, or that you've selected them, and describe what you're going to do to meet it and how it meets it. We will not automatically give you these points. You can't just say we're going to do sustainability. You have to say based on what's in the general section and in our NOFA, the ICDBG one. So for example, here's what the HUD policy priority on job creation. It talks about transportation and access to jobs. You can choose one of these two options. There's two options in the NOFA, and you get 1 point. You choose one or the other. You don't have to choose both, one or the other. The first one is to expand economic job creation to low-income residents and create better transportation access to those jobs by partnering with other agencies, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of got the transportation link there. The second one that you could choose here is increase access to job training, career services, and work through coordination with federal, state, and local entities. Identify the jobs people will be trained for and the career potential. One or the other of those will get you 1 point. But again, you can't just say it. You got to say what you're going to do. And this is different. It can match up with, but it's not necessarily relates back to, let's say you were going to do an economic development project. Maybe that's easier to match up, but if you want the point for this, you need to say what you're going to do. The sustainability priority, it's kind of a buzzword around HUD now, has two options. You could do both of them and get 2 points here, or do one and get one, the other. Yeah. The first is the energy efficient one, and we've had this in our NOFA for a while now. You will get 1 point if your application will support and promote an energy-efficient, green, and healthy housing market. I'm reading what's in the NOFA. By retrofitting existing housing or community facilities supporting energy-efficient new construction. You have to show that it meets Energy Star. Don't just say you're going to do energy-efficient housing. You got to meet the criteria in the NOFA to get the points. That's the first one you could choose. The second one is to promote what's called universal design and visitability in the construction of buildings and communities that is beyond what's required in the Fair Housing Act in the Section 504. The NOFA goes into a lot more detail on this. This talks about, you know, you have people come over to visit your house and all the doors are accessible and this is accessible and universal design, everything's reachable by people with disabilities. So I urge you to look, if you want to get the points for that, don't just say you're doing it, you got to say how you're doing it. And you're going to have to report on this down the road. So again, you could do both. You could do the energy one and the visitability one, but you have to say what you're going to do. Okay, and then how are you going to sustain? We've given you the money, you built the project, then what? We want to know that your project's going to proceed effectively, and we want to know how you're going to meet it. There's 12, 8, 4, or 0 points here. Again, 12 is what you want. So what you have to do for public facilities projects is you have to submit a written statement and saying that you've adopted or developed, in the case of an organization, or adopted an operation and maintenance plan. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Again, the points are 12, 8, 4, and 0. And make sure here that you don't just say we have a plan. The plan has to have all those criteria. Then if you're doing a public facility project, oh, I'm sorry. This is the same. The O&M plan must address the 5 criteria here and include a cost breakdown. If you're having community building services, you have to show that there's a source of operating funds for recreation facilities, for social services, for other services. In other words, we're going to build a building. Is anybody going to come? Or a field. You should also include letters of commitment from your service providers for operating and space needs. Again, if you're going to build a place where, an incubator, for example, who's going to come live there, work there, create jobs there? Okay, that's your public facilities sustainability criteria, up to 12 points. Then we go to housing construction, housing rehab. You must identify who's going to maintain these units. Again, it's up to 12 points. Is it the tribe that's going to maintain the units, or is it the individual? Who's going to do that? You want to describe the responsibilities, and if the tribe is doing it, you have to have a commitment. Indicate in there that the tribe has committed. You could put it in the resolution. We want to know that this will happen. And to get the full 12 points, the maintenance responsibilities need to be described in detail. 12, 8, 4, and 0 points. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Okay, economic development. Somewhat similar. We want to know over time, how is the project going to operate, why it's needed, how it will succeed. In addition to the feasibility analysis that you were required to submit for the project, we want to know how it's going to operate, how it will succeed, just what the slide says. You will receive 12 points if you submit all the information and evidence is provided that the project's chance for financial success is excellent. Excellent is the key word here. The threshold wasn't quite up to the excellent standard, but to get the full points here in subfactor 4C in factor 3, you have to show that the project's chance is excellent, that it will succeed. Microenterprise, excuse me, coughing. Again, we want to know, how's the project going to operate, what kind of training are you going to provide, who's going to be served, what kind of assistance are you going to offer? Are you going to do housing, job counseling, or is there going to be educational classes on site? Are you going to send people to college? What's going to happen there? Are you going to make loans to people? And what is the process for determining the loan terms if you are going to do that? Spelled out there, similar 12 points, 8 points, 4 points, and 0 points. And if you just list the information, you'll get 4 points. So we always want a little bit more detail than just, yep, doing that. Land acquisition to support new housing, we've touched on that a little bit. Up to 12 points here. We want to know that the soil's good, excuse me, the water's good, the drainage is okay, there's services nearby, there's no environmental problems. And we want to know that this was done, the assessment of this, the investigation has to be conducted by a qualified independent entity. So we need some kind of verification, excuse me for the cough drop, by somebody that's qualified to make that assessment, an engineer, something like that. 12 points, 8 points, 4 points, and 0 points. Rating factor 4. Remember I said that ICDBG can be used as a match for other programs and that there is no required match? Well, there isn't a required match, but if you bring other money to the table, all federal programs like this, you will get more points. You can get up to 8 points here, and we will award it based on the percentage of non-ICDBG funds relative to the total cost. Project costs are the total cost to implement the project and include both the requested ICDBG money and the non-allowable ICDBG resources. Here's a slide that shows you what you will get. If you bring less than 4% of the total project cost, you will get 0. All the way down to 25% or more, 8. So it behooves you to bring as much money to the table as you can. You also should know that we give you 6 months to, oh, I'll tell you that in a minute. These are some of the things you can bring to the table. This is not limited to this. Tribal trust funds, other funds, ICDBG funds, donated goods, land for the project, admin costs. With the exception of land, the funds that you expended prior to the submission of the application can't be counted. But if you bought the land ahead of time, you can count that as your leverage. We're not going to allow indirect administrative costs as leverage. No operation and maintenance costs will be counted as leverage. And if you have an existing facility and you're expanding it, we're not going to count the value of the existing facility. Indirect administrative costs are spelled out in the OMB Circular A87, Attachment A, but it's also now spelled out in 2 CFR, Part 225. Okay, so we want you to submit the information. We want the letters of commitment on letterhead from the entities. And we want to know that if you're going to use ICDBG funds, it is in your file. If you do not come up with the leverage, we know that sometimes you can't come up with the leverage right exactly at the time you submit the application, or you can't have the money in hand, but we want to know that it's an eligible use of funds that you're going to leverage. If you do not get the funds within 6 months, we have the authority to recapture the funds, and we will, because we will then want to provide the funds for that project to another applicant, the next highest scoring applicant. And we do that. So make sure that when you propose you have these monies, these other monies, that you are going to be able to get them, or shortly thereafter. Okay, factor 5. Last, okay, said that already. Okay, basically told you this. I think we're on factor 5. Yes, we are. Up to 10 points for this one. We've changed this around a little bit. This one is sometimes a confusing factor, hard to get a grasp on. It's a little less cut and dried than the first 4. We want to know, again, how is this project going to fit in with other projects that the tribe is doing? Or is it totally out of the blue and not part of a comprehensive plan? We want to know if there's a comprehensive plan, this fits into it. If the tribe has other plans, it fits into it. How are other tribal community, tribal services going to play into this? Are they going to refer people to it? Et cetera. How will they support you in other ways? That's what rating factor, subfactor 1 of that factor is. Then rating factor, subfactor 2 is the age-old outputs, outcomes, and goals. We're going to give 7 points for this, and we've gotten a little bit more specific about how you'll get the 7 points. Remember I said earlier in the definitions, outputs are more tangible things. They're like the number of houses you fixed, the number of jobs you created, how many square feet of public, what did you build? How many people became homeowners? How many businesses were assisted? Those are outputs. So we want you to spell out here in the narrative what your outputs are going to be. I'm sure nobody will be dismayed to hear that you do not have to submit a logic model with the ICDBG application in fiscal year 2013. We are hoping to have a new form, similar or better, easier to use than the logic model, but we do not have that form. Meanwhile, whatever outputs you have in your rating factor 5, you will be required to report on them in your ACER report every year. Outcomes, talked about them a little bit earlier. They're more the bigger picture kind of thing. Okay, there's so many people in substandard housing, how many people got income increases because of the jobs. It's the ultimate impact you hope to achieve with the project. Again, it's not necessarily dollars and cents, but what's really happened. How have people's lives changed based on what this nice little ICDBG grant did? Okay, you got your application in on time. You're sitting around wondering what's going to happen to it. Well, we'll screen it. We'll make sure you're an eligible applicant. We'll make sure that you got it in on time. We'll make sure that you submitted all the required documents, with some exceptions we'll talk about. If not, we're not going to rate it. So again, check that checklist. Make sure you address the thresholds too. These are the things we're going to look for on the slide. Sorry. We're going to look at all the thresholds. We'll look at the few general section thresholds that apply. You won't have gotten in if you don't have a DUNS number, so that's a threshold you've met already. And you won't have gotten through if you have a CCR or SAM registration, you're in. We're going to look at your past performance. The staff will look at the past performance. Again, you didn't have to submit that. We'll look at it. Then we'll go through a rating criteria. Some offices have rating panels. Some people have several people review each application. Don't worry, there's always a lot of people looking at it, and then is reviewed by a number of people in each office, so we make sure that the rating is impartial. Again, if you don't have 15 points in rating factor 1, you will not be rated any further. If you do not receive 70 points on all of the factors, you will not be funded. So once you're in, and once we come up with all the scores, we will rank them. We're going to rank everybody against, all projects are ranked against each other, regardless of the type. They'll be selected based on the final ranking to the extent that funds are available. And sometimes the area-owned app, they have the discretion to give you less money than you request. It doesn't happen so much, but it can, based on the budget and based on how much money is available. Sometimes there's only enough to partially fund a project, and one would think that it's better to get some money than none, but sometimes some people can't make the project work with partial funding. So that is usually worked out at the individual level. If HUD needs to reduce the grant, it will take into account the size of the applicant, the level of demand, the number of persons served, and they will make sure that the, and then if somebody declines to, as I mentioned, to take a smaller amount, they will go to the next highest ranking application. We also have a criteria in the NOFA for tiebreakers. If there's a tie, they'll approve projects that can be fully funded over projects that can't be. And if it doesn't resolve the tie, the office will use the following factors. The applicant hasn't received an IHBG in the longest period of time. The applicant has the fewest ICDBG applications, grants, and the applicant that would benefit the highest percentage of low and moderate income people. So that's all spelled out there. There is a process for that if there's a tie, so you know. Okay, what if you forget to sign something? What if you forget to send something? There are things called technical deficiencies. We don't want you to be forgetting anything, but if there are certain things that you forgot to submit in your application that would not alter the rating if you corrected it, we will send you a technical deficiency letter, and only successful applicants are able to do this. We will, in other words, you've had to have rated enough, high enough. You will have 2 weeks, 14 calendar days to respond to this. If you don't respond, we figure you don't want it, so we won't continue processing it. So when you get that letter or request, make sure you respond to it. For example, it might be a signature on a form. And if the deadline falls on a Saturday or Sunday, it would bump over to the next day. And the general section has some information on this also. Sometimes there's other things that you have to do before you get the award. pre-award requirements, additional supporting documentation. We also have to make sure we do a delinquent debt review and a name check review. Usually everything's fine. Sometimes we'll ask you for a few additional things. Again, you'll have 14 days to respond to these. And environmental, as I mentioned earlier, you cannot put a shovel in the ground until the environmental criteria is met, so be aware of that. And sometimes that can take a long time. The decisions made by the area ONAP office staff, they're the ones doing the ratings, we don't at headquarters, is not appealable. Appeal is in the title, but there is no appeals. It's not subject to claims of error. The only thing that is appealable is, let's say you get the information back from the office and you count up the points that you were received on your rating form, which you can get, and the staff added it wrong. Well, you can bring that to the attention of the staff, but you cannot say, I should have gotten this, this was wrong. If the ONAP office makes a mistake, it's an arithmetic mistake or some other kind of mistake, and if warranted, it's possible you would get funded in the next funding round if your project is eligible, but I don't want to give the impression that there are appeals here. That's what the NOFA says. Okay, we're almost finished, everybody. Everybody wants to know, and people often call me, when are we going to get the money? Well, since we haven't gotten the money yet, we don't know when you're going to get the money. We usually try to make the awards before the end of the fiscal year. However, as you all know, the awards for last year, I think it was, we had a press release, came out in May. So that wasn't before the end of the fiscal year. Assuming we get the money, I can't say. We will rate and rank them as soon as we possibly can. Hopefully it will be before, let's see, we're getting the applications in March. Hopefully we will make the awards before the end of the calendar year. I can't promise we'd make them before the end of the fiscal year because so much of it is out of our hands. We have to do a congressional release. Congress also gets to tell you that you got the awards. We'll have to we'll execute a grant agreement with you. We'll sign it. We'll send it to you. You'll sign it and send it back. Again, all the grant agreements are conditioned on the environmental and some other special things. If you get the grant, just want you to know you'll have to do quarterly financial reports so we know that you're spending the money that we gave you. It's similar for other programs, and those of you that have grants know this. There is a narrative report that's called the Annual Status and Evaluation Report. It's due 45 days after the end of the federal fiscal year, so it's due October 15th. And I close out, and you have to show what progress you've made, why you haven't made it. Talk about the outputs and outcomes. Have you completed any of that yet? And if there's any problems, what are the problems? You can also amend your implementation plan in certain instances, and in those cases you need to talk to your area office. There is a minority business report due once a year in October, and then there are closeout reports due. So if you receive a grant, your area office will keep you informed of all those due dates, and they will probably have implementation training shortly after the awards are announced, so you can attend that and learn about all these things so you know you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay, so now what do you do if you're totally lost about what I just said? Well, you can ask your area office. I would suggest you do that first. You can always call me. My phone number is in the Grants.gov submission, but it is 202-402-3316. You can, if you have questions, any questions at all about your electronic application, that's the number on the screen, or there's an email, support@grants.gov. As I said, I think I said earlier, the support desk is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, except federal holidays. And as I mentioned, all of the area offices are going to have training, they will follow up on this NOFA so that they can answer questions. And they are all having them in the week starting in February. Need to call your area office. I didn't bring the list with me, but on the 2nd and 3rd week of February, they'll be having them. So I urge you, if you can possibly get to it, get to it. I know one office is having, at least one office is having a live meeting, so you might want to try to at least plug into that. I know I am. Okay, here are the area ONAP offices. Most of you, I think, know your offices and have contacts there with grants management and evaluation specialists, but here they are. There are 6 area offices. The Southwest office, based in Phoenix, also has an office in Albuquerque for the New Mexico tribes. They are listed there. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, I just want to reaffirm that there is a statute specifically. Congress said we cannot help anybody with grants. So there's what's called the HUD Reform Act. We could give technical assistance a little bit more detailed before the NOFA was published, but now that the NOFA is published, we can only give you general guidance about the terms and regulations. We cannot give you any information that would advantage you. So just know that. Again, here's who to contact. This training will be archived in a few days, if not tomorrow. And I think, I have a few closing remarks. Whoa, closing remarks. My closing remarks are, applications have to be submitted electronically unless you submit a waiver request 15 days before the due date, okay? You must register with Grants.gov in advance of submitting an application. Do that next week if you haven't already. Applications are due on March 18th at 11:59:59, and I have on my notes here in bold letters, you all know what I'm going to say. You should submit your applications well in advance of the deadline. You don't want to be talking to your staff about getting the application in late. So please call us if we can help you within the HUD Reform Act parameters. Call the Grants.gov help desk if you have any questions about registering for any one of those steps. Do it now, and good luck. And try to get to your area office training if you can. Thank you for your attention. We beat the clock by 10 minutes, I think, and I still have a voice. But that's the end of the session today, and I thank you all for your attention, and I wish you the best. Thanks.
Okay, I'll be right in.